records every single time I make a phone call on Skype. So everything.
So then you can pull it up and file to edit later.
Okay, yeah. So then you send that to the NSA,
right?
And then that guy that turned himself into a tranny.
I didn't know it was doing it until after one podcast I went to go to it, and it had like a list of like it just had like files named like Dogmatic, Smile is Corey Bear, fucking Smile Rash. That's her.
Did you name it that?
No.
Smile is Corey Bear.
Smile it's Corey Bear.
Smile it's Corey Bear.
It's her Skype handle.
Smile it's Corey Bear with a fucking knife. She's gonna stab you. She's not in a good mood. Hi, Corey.
She does look like a psychotic 15.
I'm so scared. She reminds me of this like 80-year-old Asian lady that I used to work with named what was her name? Wen. And this is not that she looks 80 because Wen looked like she was 40. And she was all like, "You got to get that money, honey," but then she'd get all pissed off.
Oh,
and
yeah,
man, it's just like
Asian,
I'm sorry, was she your pimp? You have to get money, honey?
No, she was just telling me about her day getting tips. Like, you got to make that money, honey. Like, God, yeah. That's like her only coherent sentence. And I would like make drinks for her.
Was she a problem?
No. I was pouring fucking Cokes at a casino. That was my job when I was 18. I got paid fucking $10 an hour. Like, it was pretty decent. That was back when gas was $1.50. It was pretty cool.
I would make fun of you about that. I might be doing that next week. Who knows?
Yeah, well, yeah, you were like a vacuum cleaner salesman. I heard. It's like some drug lord boss or some shit. Does he listen? Hey, buddy. Hit me up.
JJ doesn't listen to this.
JJ don't listen?
He got fired though.
JJ got aww.
No. I'm sorry. He didn't get fired. They called him on the way while he was on his way into work. They called him and asked him to resign.
So they pulled
not really fucking retirement, but
there's a reference I lost, but yeah, they fired his ass. So basically, did he like write a letter of resignation, or just basically do what I would imagine this caricature of a person to do, and peel off toward Mexico with, and just ready. Yeah.
I was
like a lit blunt. I don't know.
I was gonna hit him up to see if he wanted to go to New York.
Hit me up, man. I'll go to New York, man. Pick me up. Pick me up. Oh yeah, you guys getting pummeled. Get a rental car. Come pick me up, dude. It's only like
going anywhere.
It's fucking like 2 days, man. I mean, I don't know. It ain't that bad a drive.
I don't believe you actually come in a tax.
I think we're gonna. I think we have the money to do it. By the time tax money comes around, man, like you don't know how I'm living out here anymore. You don't know what I'm doing. Man, cigarettes $8 a pack. I got 2 packs on me. Think about that. That's a lot of money. I'm gonna quote Breaking Bad when I say I hope the cancer comes back. Huh? What's the cancer? Man, fuck Dennis Leary was wrong, man. There is a cure for cancer. It's not listening to Dennis Leary.
It's prayer, right?
It's prayer. It is prayer, and it is it's forgiveness, and it is salvation through our Lord Cthulhu.
Welcome to the Multicast, the debate club. Here we're going to talk about Jesus.
Oh, Jesus, or the Dark Lord Cthulhu.
Oh, Lord. Exactly.
Versus the Dalai Lama in a 3-way.
Where do you go?
3-way Hell in a Cell match.
Dalai Lama or what?
Wait, didn't they have like a what was the one?
The Ghost of Shirley.
No, what was the one where like they had like the floors of Hell in a Cell? Like different levels.
I don't even know. I just remember Mankind getting fucking
by the WCW had Hell in a Cell. But
WWF was Hell in a Cell.
Oh no,
I will never call it WWE.
WCW up the ante, and they had like
they always did.
They had like Hell in a Cell, and on top of the cell was like another cell, and on top of that was like maybe another cell. You had to fight your way down.
That sounds familiar.
It was ridiculous.
Man, WCW was so fucking good. They were both really good back in like 98, 99.
In a few weeks here, we will be interviewing the developer of 5-Star Wrestling, so we can talk.
What is that? Is that like?
Is the upcoming?
Is it that TNA bullshit? Because that shit sucks.
No, it was the upcoming PS4 indie developed wrestling game.
Is it? Who do they got?
It's indie developed. It's nobody.
Do they got Starman from wrestling?
It's all made up. It's all made up.
It's all made up.
It's all made up, which I like.
I mean, that's better than what they fucking got going on now. I haven't
played a wrestling game since 64, so I can't say anything.
Those were so good. I got WCW NWO Revenge. I just saw that cartridge today.
I got that. I got WrestleMania.
I saw Goldberg live, man. Back when the streak was going. How many people can say that?
A lot.
Yeah, that went on a while. I think still. My daddy loved me so much. He bought me seats that were so high up. Man, I kind of see that barbed wire tattoo. It was pretty cool.
All right, enough wrestling. We're here to talk about Jazzpunk.
Jazzpunk.
The new released comedy adventure game.
I don't even know if I'd call that adventure. I would call that. It's something. It's something special. Even if you don't find that game funny, I think you kind of have to respect it for what it's doing. I don't know. So Jazzpunk is Did you ever watch The Naked Gun?
Everybody watched Naked Gun, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you're
starring O.J. Simpson.
If you're mid-20s, higher, you watch Naked Gun, right?
Yeah, and that's a point we were talking about earlier.
This is not for kids.
It's like, if you are like, are we millennials?
We're Generation X, I believe, aren't we?
Yeah, we were born in the 70s.
X.
It's like 72. Yeah, we're Generation X.
Fucking boomers.
People might believe that, actually. I was born in the 80s, so I guess technically I'm a millennial.
I'm going to disagree with you in this debate club. I don't think it's for. I think younger people can enjoy this because
they had to grow up watching like real, like deadpan slapstick comedy movies.
Yeah, but I see where he's coming from. Like, they can understand some of the humor, but some of it.
Because most of the references are pretty modern.
Yeah, some are modern, but I mean, like the
But the overall humor style of it is...
There's a Space Invaders minigame. Did you get to Wedding Quake?
Goddamn right, I got the Wedding Quake. Played it twice.
Did you get to it before you found the cake?
Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know if you put in the Konami code to do it.
Oh no! I found the cake. Yeah. We pop open the cake.
No. You put in the Konami code. You can play Wedding Quake before that.
Whenever the hell you want.
Whenever you want.
Please tell me it's an online version of this.
No, it's really terrible actually, but it's a really fun joke.
You get like a wedding cake gun, corks.
There's corks. Like there's jump pads. Like the speeds all turned up.
There's a wedding cake Gatling gun. But
yes, there is.
Useless because you want to go straight.
It's
shot rifle. You want to go shot rifle with it.
There is nothing but I think a champagne bottle and the wedding cake gun. But I mean, just like little references like that. There's like kind of like a Frogger minigame in there, and did you catch that? Like from what I talked to you, like it sounded like you missed a lot. Like you didn't even get the motherfucking MacGuffin.
Much like everything was interactive and.
Yeah, like you didn't even get the MacGuffin.
I missed the MacGuffin.
You missed the MacGuffin. Did you go to the movies?
Yeah.
The movies. I missed the movies.
You didn't go
oh my god, dude! Did you do the side quest in the first level?
Listen, let's go over all of that. We're gonna go over all of that.
Oh yeah. Okay, you need to play Jazzpunk. All right, so Jazzpunk is a game where you are a kind of operative of sorts. You're like a spy. It's like a take on 50s.
Pixel Blank.
Polyblank. Polyblank is his name, and I think it's kind of a take on like 50s Cold War, or not Cold. Was that Cold War? 50s.
The 50s. 60s,
communism,
70s,
the communist like
then
rise.
It kind of started to fade late 80s. So
yeah,
that era.
It's kind of like a spoof on the 50s like
it's just
commies are everywhere. Like we got to get them.
It's just Cold War espionage.
Yeah, covert espionage. I guess.
Like G-Men and
And that's your setup, and you're set off like your first mission is to infiltrate the Russian consulate. So it kind of puts you in this. It's not very large. Like there's this is kind of how all levels are laid out. But you're put into this like kind of city park square, I guess. And then there's a building at the forefront, and that's your objective. And if you want, you can figure out the puzzle and get that done in about like a minute. Like probably faster than that Gone Home speed run. No, probably not. But that's pretty fast. That's a short game.
I still haven't played it.
555.
You know, I'll say this about Gone Home. I kind of wanted to say it. I'm not gonna fucking sit and be like, oh, Gone Home isn't a game. It's a game. It does cool things, but at the end of the day, people need to take its dick out of their mouth. And no, I'm not homophobic for saying that either. Like, it's cool, but it's not. It shouldn't be on anybody's Game of the Year list last year. Like, and it's.
I think it's easy at this point. I think it's easy to say something smart or meaningful.
Right.
The hardest thing to do, though, is make a really fun, intuitive, challenging, rewarding video game. And I think that's the part we're going home kind of.
Well, the best parts of it were like just kind of the attention to detail they put into it, but at the end, with the payoff was nothing, and I think that's just kind of their moment. You know what I mean?
I think Corey was saying this the last podcast.
Spoilers: there's nothing supernatural. Your sister is gone. She ran off with her girlfriend. She happens to be a lesbian, and she's dealing with that in the 90s, and her parents don't know. There might be nothing supernatural is happening here. You have nothing to be afraid of.
I think
it's cool that everything's handwritten and all that, but that's not.
To me, it kind of sounds like a thought experiment. Like, just like, let's try this.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's I would put this in. At some point, we need to create a new genre of game where it's not really games, more interactive storytelling. And I think Gone Home and
all of
Esther and stuff like that. Yeah, Walking Dead, like all those games fall into that because it really doesn't.
I mean, it's still a game. It's still a game in a sense, but I mean, it's not. And I don't know. Maybe segregating that is bad. It's a great Jazzpunk discussion. Maybe segregating that is bad, but you know, and then you're getting into weird subgenres. But Gone Home wasn't that great. And anyway, Jazzpunk is longer than Gone Home. So
good way to describe Jazzpunk.
Yeah, Jazzpunk. Your sister's a lesbian.
When the going
get to the attic. That's all you got to do.
The weird turn pro.
So let's start. So
let's start over.
So the setting
for the first level. You're this dude named Polyblank. You talk to the director in a train car for some reason, and then he's a fucking wacky ass character.
Which I love because it reminds me of like that
reminds me of Naked Gun.
It reminds me of Inspector Gadget.
Inspector Gadget?
Yeah, talking to.
That, yeah, I didn't watch enough of that. It's like the anyway.
He had a secretary, he had the guy he reported to, his boss, and like clearly one of them's super incompetent.
Yeah.
Just like even like I think it was like a Wink Nod was that. I think that was a mission where at the end, like after him briefing you, says like, by the way, this is going to self-destruct. And it's like,
oh yeah, yeah.
You have to get the fuck out of there, or sit there.
And then that thing fell in on fire. It's so hard to talk about this game without actually, like. Yeah, I suggest like if you are a fan of deadpan comedy, I'm just gonna say this right now. Like if you're a fan of deadpan comedy, like kind of, like weird references, like video game trivia, like
there's things that like I could pick out from like.
Yeah, like
PC games in '94 in it, and stuff that.
Yeah, it's got a lot for everybody that is of this taste, and I mean, if you like epic movie, fucking shoot yourself first of all, and stop breeding because that's terrible. But if you like, the good movies that were parodies and shit that were good, this is very it's very like the comedy is very similar to that, and so, the main thing is infiltrate the Russian consulate. The main objective, you can do that really easily, advance the game. But the core of Jazzpunk, the meat of it, is just walking around and interacting with every single thing you can.
Just fuck with everything.
Fuck with everything in the world, and it will reward you in the most amazing ways. Like, things like we taught, like a Quake fucking minigame if you do the Konami code. Like, a Frogger minigame where if you loot, like there's a frog, I'll spoil this, there's a frog on the side of the road in the first level. And if you talk to the frog, he's going to be like, I need to get across the road to get something, because he wants to get on the
password.
Yeah, he wants a Wi-Fi password to hack into Starbucks with an X. So he can watch porn, presumably. And, just like the littlest things, like if you get hit, the frog, like you can try again, but then the frog will have a cast on one of his limbs. And just stupid shit like that. Like there's a pizza box. It's kind of an Evil Dead reference. that you can get into. I mean, there's references to all this stuff.
Shoot the pigeons. Why are you shooting pigeons?
They're carrier pigeons, man. They got a wave
carrier
signal.
frequency pigeons.
Yeah, it's just all fucked up. And run around, hit A or whatever the keyboard command is. I played it with a controller.
Like, you try to enter a door, it just says something on it.
Yeah, like closed due to, some fucking really dumb
Swan
reason.
infestation was one of them.
Then the one that got me was close to the end is a blue screen of death reference.
Yeah,
and
dude,
that legit. I was like,
yeah, me too. It got me. It got me. It looked really real. It looked really real. And like, I'm gonna mention that I'm playing this on like a really shitty PC. Like for a while, like it kind of fixed itself.
512.
No, 3.2 power rating according to Windows.
Yeah, well, 512.
512
video card in it,
megabyte
so
video card in it. So
go nuts if you have something like that.
Yeah, we got RAM. We don't even know how many DDRs it is.
And it's what, dual core, 3 core, something.
3 core, like fucking one gigabyte or 1 gigahertz. 1 megahertz. What are we at? We're running an Intel Celeron here, and it ran perfectly fine. It ran totally fine. And you could run it on a toaster. You literally could. This could be run on a 3DS. It could be run on a DS probably. It'd just be blocky.
Yeah, I mean, like it is very much an indie game. I mean, the visuals are.
There's no animation. Like people look like somebody even says this. You look like a men's bathroom symbol.
Yeah, basically.
And they just there's no walking animation. People just move.
Yep.
Throughout this thing, and like there's no even movement of arms.
Well, like
I think it's very simplistic, but the what makes it work is just the humor. Like,
well, yeah, it's like one big fucking joke.
And the concentration of that humor, like it's a pretty short game. Like it's about 2.5 hours, 3 hours. I'm pretty sure I wrung as much as I could out of it. Maybe there's something I've missed.
There probably is.
There probably
collect all the Blockbuster tapes.
I got the fucking
because I bet you get something for that.
I didn't get an achievement, so I probably didn't.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
I got 2 of them. I got the one that was Ghost in the Taco Shell, and the other one that was when you saw that Asian guy.
Yeah. I got. So
after you put on the lipstick part. But it's just like so much concentrated humor. Like it's just hitting you with joke after joke after joke after joke. Like at like this fucking breakneck speed. Like there is like really no slowdown unless you slow it down. Like everything is. There's a fucking like tropical resort with like a Scottish fucking chick there talking to you in a lei that looks Hawaiian.
I was trying to figure out what to do with the dead body in the pool.
You give it to her, the girl. You give it. There's a girl next to it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like my boyfriend's in the pool. He's like drowning or something. She's like, you can keep him.
Yeah, he's spoiled or something like that.
I don't like. Ew, something's wrong with him. Like, yeah, the blue body. Yeah. Did you get to the beach and do the mine detector thing?
Yeah, I got them all. Yeah.
Did you see
Raphael?
the hunt? Yeah, there was Raphael. He was on the beach.
Yes.
Was just like there was a Ninja Turtles reference on the beach. There are a lot of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas / Hunter S. Thompson references.
I mean, I don't want to go through all.
A whole lot of them.
Yeah,
there are. I'll just say that
can't wreck it all.
There are a whole lot of them, but it's done in a way that it's not tiring. So.
I don't want to go through all the fucking jokes and references because that's basically the game.
It's so hard not to though. Like,
because there is a plot here that I think is funny. It's putting twist by the end.
Yeah, it's just your.
But I mean, it's the whole point of this game is to really just experience the jokes that they put into it.
Get it and just fuck with everything.
Yeah, I got it when it was new. It was $12 when I bought it. I don't know when it came out. It's gonna go up to $15. And if you like comedy games, don't ones that are this good, on this level, like your Stanley Parables, your Portals, name some more. Like please, like give me anything.
Your Psychonauts.
That's not even that kind of funny though. You know what I mean? Psychonauts is more of it's more of a jaunt. It's more of an adventurous jaunt with a few jokes.
Your DMC Devil May Cry.
That's pretty fucking funny. Yeah.
This
Three
game,
hit S-range.
I do have to say, did put snaps on the fucking floor.
It really did. There was a reference in a certain point that I literally dropped the controller and I raffled. Remember that one? I literally hit the floor and like my fiance of the last 15 years, I guess it feels like we'll get married someday soon.
I believe it.
Yeah, marriage is a false institution. Anyway, she was sleeping and I think I woke her up, but I was like literally just I could not stop. I couldn't stop, and this was like 3 a.m. when I started playing it, and I played it goddamn near to completion. Like I stayed up.
Now I do want to go back to one point we made earlier on in the show. We mentioned how a game like Going Home really kind of isn't necessarily. It's focused on gameplay per se. So
neither does this.
This is something I actually kind of want to bring up. Is like,
yeah, there is a
I'm not an indie fan, like normally, but like if this is how indie games are getting done, yeah, I'll go for that. I like more like just games that are playable instead of like Gone Home.
And don't get me wrong, Gone Home isn't without its charms, and it isn't without some sense of like you made this game, like you did it, like you did the heel turn, if you will, and you fucking blew it. Like, guess what? It's not like a fucking game at all, like you thought it was, but it's not in the cool way, like Spec Ops: The Line did it, or like Apocalypse Now or Heart of Darkness did it before. But either way, like the twist in Gone Home is that there is no twist, which is fucked up in a sense, and it leaves you kind of like, oh, and then people are saying like, man, this is what it was like in the 90s for the homosexual community, and then it just becomes this big whole
So before you go on that rant again, that 45-minute rant,
I'm just saying, like
before you go there, I guess my question to you is, would you put them in the same category of essentially non-game but more virtual experience or something?
Why you gotta stop my rant?
Because you've been over this rant. I had to cut out already 20 minutes of the fucking show because of it.
I'm not homophobic, but Gone Home isn't good.
I'm gonna cut that.
Would I put that in the same category? Define which category this is. Just
I mean, like the category of games.
I mean, how deep is the catalog?
I mean, like,
the genus, if you will.
Are you going for like video games as a art medium, or like
just a video game in general, or like like what you would expect out of a video game?
Let me answer your question.
Okay, all right. I'm listening.
I mean, a game that basically doesn't focus on the gameplay per se. Like, this is technically an adventure game, in the same vein that Monkey Island is an adventure game. However, it is very, very light. It's more.
Monkey Island has way more going on to this.
Yeah, I mean, like it's a very light adventure game. It's really just you pointing, clicking on things.
Yeah, there was an old CD-ROM, like point and click, fucking like you click the random things and stuff would happen, like way back when on fucking.
This is more like Myst without puzzles or hard puzzles. I don't know what to really classify this in other than just like. It's not a game. Like, I mean, maybe there's going to be an esports community for Wedding Quake. We'll do trials. Get some net hacks.
Is it on Game Battles yet?
If it is, I don't know. We better make sure we get our screenshots ready.
So you guys are okay with this then?
I think that if you go into this expecting anything other than a fucking 3-hour comedy that you interact with, then you're going to be disappointed. And you're going to be disappointed if you don't like this humor. And that's that. And no, it's not a game in the traditional sense, but neither is Gone Home in the traditional sense. But I will say it is a game. Like, they're both games. They're just not what.
Oh yeah, I mean, without a doubt, they're both video games. I guess
they're both video games. I'm going more just past technicality.
Yeah,
like, both games. Like, the Gone Home that isn't a game argument is fucking stupid.
But like, there's no challenge.
No.
Like, we're used to, like, in any like game that you would consider.
There's no gaminess to it.
Yes.
There's no traditional gaminess to it. So
like you can't lose.
So yes, they're in that category.
But
I don't think you can lose.
But if you lose, it's awesome.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I didn't die, but if you died, I'm sure it was great. I guess you have to classify them in that category, but it has to, the categories do have to go deeper than that because they're two totally different experiences.
Makes sense.
But at the same time, not traditional.
Yeah.
In that sense, which I'm okay with. You know, like I'm totally okay with that.
But what about? We'll just go into what I caught you playing earlier. Outlast. What are we closing out this and then?
We're fucking done right now. We're not going out.
Jazzpunk is fucking great. Get it on Steam. Get it at anywhere it comes out. If you like that,
get your hands on it if you're a fan of humor.
Yeah. If you're watching Tyler Perry, if you're watching Cat Williams, I almost called him Cat Stevens, that old white folk singer. If you're a fan of Cat Stevens, you'll love Jazzpunk. I don't even know why it's called Jazzpunk. It's fantastic. It's crazy. It's wild. It's insane. Like it's just insane. And the jokes come at you at a breakneck speed, and it just hits so hard. They're so concentrated, and I just think it's a really, really cool experience. It's one of the funniest games I've ever played. Like easily top 3 funny, and not that there's a ton, but I mean it's up there with Portal 2 for me. Portal 2, Stanley Parable. Like they're.
Oh, dude, that game's fucking hilarious.
Like, yeah, I've never dropped a controller and fucking clutched my fucking.
I've seen him do it to movies, but never to a video game.
Yeah, it has its moments and it's great. So check that out.
Well, this wasn't so much of a debate as people expected, I guess.
We're calling this Debate Club still.
Yeah, we're calling it. Well,
oh yeah, we did a show about Debate Club because we disagreed on Metal Gear Rise.
Cutting it out. Yeah.
So
saying.
Yeah. You're wrong. Anyway, Outlast, which has been out on. We're not talking about Outlast. We're going to talk some Octodad, some Dadliest Catch.
We got another show.
Okay. That's enough comedy-themed games.
Well, I just wanted to segue into Outlast because it kind of went with kind of you're not really playing a game type of vibe.
Is that another one?
No. This is more. It's more. Okay, all right. So Outlast has been it was a PC game.
No, let me play Outlast, and we'll
can I give my 2 cents on Outlast?
No, you can't.
I really want to because Outlast really fucking sucks.
You may interrupt me. Okay, you could go ahead, but I'm just gonna cut it right now after it sucks. Go ahead.
Why are you gonna do that?
Because
what's wrong?
Because I edit the show.
You want me to edit it? I'll make you sound cool
and give it back to me in like 20 days or so. I'm like, no thanks. I think I might put this out sooner.
Why are you being such an ass?
We can auto tune somebody.
I want it.
Can we?
We can figure it out.
Does Microsoft Sam still come with Windows? Like we could just add another person and pause us sometimes.
We won't do something ridiculous.
Racist Microsoft Sam.
Tasteful
racism. That's the new motto here. Tasteism, if you will. That's good. Tasteism. T-shirts are on the way.
All right. That's going to do it for this episode of Debate Club. Tentative title.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
I got games for days, man. What you want to talk about?
Fucking wait for the actual multicast to come out.
What's the actual multicast anymore? When does it come out?
That exists?
No.
I don't know, man. When do we do that? I want to say before we go, congratulations on securing your 3rd job in the last 2 months. I'm very proud of you.
Listen, I do my worst. Let's hope I continue my shitty streak.
Yeah. And yeah, you know, I hope that you can last long enough to get a paid vacation day.
Well, I hear organ running is very profitable.
Ask JJ. Ask JJ the is he okay?
So if you want to consider something organ running.
Is JJ alright? Your old buddy JJ?
Dynamite JJ?
You call him Dynamite?
Who doesn't call him Dynamite?
No, your buddy JJ that got fired. He was here. He was forced to resign.
Oh, Jay.
Like Nixon was. Yeah, that was the guy. Like Nixon. He's not a crook, man. He's a good guy.
Jay isn't a crook either. It's bullshit. Fuck you.
It's bullshit.
It's concepts.
Man, fuck that company. You know what we should do? We should like create a scheme that steals like fractions of a penny from them, like every day. You know what I'm saying?
Man, if only we can like film this.
If only we could film this.
Film us doing this.
Okay, we'll get Cat Stevens as a character.
We're done here. The Multicast presents the debate club tentative title. Jazz,
yeah, because
go get it.
Hated Jazz. We both hated it. We debated hard.
I mean, it wasn't so much of no debate there. Fucking is good. Go get it.
What did you like Metroid Prime was great. You're wrong. Debate club over. We debated.
I didn't hate Metroid Prime.
I thought you did.
I just didn't play it because it's.
I didn't hate it. I just didn't play like one of the best games of that decade.
I didn't fucking play.
It wasn't one of the best games.
Yeah, both of you Yeah, that's right. You're all.
It wasn't one of the best games, but okay.
Okay, I know this motherfucker sitting next to me. He plays inverted. Are you an inverted or non-inverted player on a stick?
It depends. Most likely, I'm not.
Well, if it's a flight game, you're inverted?
Yeah, I might go inverted.
I'd high five you, but that's pretty gay. But yeah, thank you.
Sometimes it kind of works.
Like when? When does
Ace Combat, you have to go inverted.
Well, yeah, it's a flying game.
But I didn't do inverted.
That's kind of how I do everything.
You're wrong, though. You're wrong, and it's not right.
You fucking stick a goddamn joystick in the top of somebody's head, and you pull down.
That doesn't even make sense.
Up.
That makes sense.
If I put that in your head and you go you're
putting a joystick in my head, I'm dead, dude. I ain't looking up any. You're puppeting me then at that point.
Well, yeah, but that would be your point of view. But
it doesn't.
How it makes sense to me.
That's wrong, man.
All right.
So why don't you invert them out?
Tune in next time.
Finally, we have something to debate.
Tune in next time. It's debate inverted or non-inverted for an hour.
Inverted or non-inverted. Metroid Prime, not Metroid Prime. Metroid Other M. Did anybody like it? Please call in.
555 rock 555 roll. Call us now. The Multicast over and out. Good business.